Virgo, the message that I'm getting for you guys in the month of November is hold on, guidance is coming, and smoother times are going to come in the month of November, especially highlighting in the first couple of weeks. So we are going to take a look at the sun, moon, and rising sign of Virgo. And we're going to look at your foundation first, that's your, everything about you, everything that's going on in your life in all aspects. We're going to look at family, friends, romance, and at the end, I'll bring in the full guided message for you. So I'm really seeing that there's a lot of Libras saying, when are things going to get better? And it doesn't mean that you're not doing well, but you may be feeling energetically drained. Let me know in the comments, are you feeling energetically drained? Because those comments are going to help me as we go forward and the messages that are coming, where I'm going to change the platform and we're going to have this one massive one for the beginning of the month and a lot of other ones throughout the month so that it helps keep balance. And that's what I'm seeing for you, Virgo. Balance is going to be needed as you go forward. So I feel like this emotional draining, this fatigue, and some of you are really worried, and it doesn't mean all of you, but the ones who are going through this phase, it's important to remember the answer to that question, when are things going to get better, is when are you ready? What you're thinking is what you're creating, the action you're taking, the lack of action, the lack of motivation. You have to look for something that's going to get you up and going, that's going to interconnect or reconnect your inner foundation. That foundation holds the base of everything. Your inner foundation creates the abundance around you, creates prosperity, harmonious relationships on all levels. So really the question is, when are you ready for this to happen? What they're showing me is in the next couple weeks through the end of October, because I'm recording this a little bit early, so we get a heads up, and I wanted to try and make sure certain zodiac signs heard this before the super moon. And I'll be going live next week, and we can look at it, but after the supermoon. But right now we want to make sure that you start creating in your mind what it is. Start feeling in your heart the direction you want to go. That doesn't mean being too restrictive. What they're saying is some of you are being too rigid. You aren't willing to say, you know, I manifest this. You're not manifesting correctly, while others of you are thriving in full manifestation. So it's a really big point for Virgo. I almost said Libra. I just recorded Libra. So if you're on the cusp of Virgo and Libra, check out that reading as well. We have the Six of Pentacles, and this is beautiful. What you put out is what you get back, and that completely ties in with what I'm saying. What you're thinking is what you're creating in your reality. It doesn't mean what's going on in the outside global world isn't taking place, but it means how it affects you in your personal life. So they're saying create a sense of balance and harmony within and keep yourself in alignment. If you don't have a tree nearby, if you can't go outside, if you're confined all the time, if you're sitting at work, if you're sitting at home, you're feeling lonely and you don't have nature in front of you, go get some plants, okay? Put some plants in your home if you're capable, if you are in that position to do that. Draw a tree on a piece of paper, like just draw the tree on the paper. And I want you to close your eyes and touch the paper. Now that was a guided message in the Libra reading, so it's very impactful in Virgo's reading as well. It's actually for every zodiac sign. But it is the next best thing to being there because our reality comes from our perception of what we're doing. And they're saying there's this smoother road. What you put out, you're getting back. And it may feel a little bit slow, a little bit dragged out is what I'm hearing for some of our Libras. Getting your business up and going. You may have had to have a lot of changes, a lot of, I'm hearing the word buckles, okay? Let me know if you have a business that has the word buckles in it. Or if that means to you in any way. They are specifically showing me for a business. So that just means the setbacks that you've been going through, you're going to have higher things coming in. So November's going to be a really good month for Libras to start looking at your finances. They want you to be very cautious about what you're investing in, but don't stop investing. So don't stop buying, but be more aware of what you're buying. Don't think from the place of lack. That's what they want you to avoid. Do not look at the place of lack. And I think a lot of Virgos are kind of beyond that, but there are definitely some of you who are going through and needed to hear that message. You have a beautiful time right now to move into this new area when it comes to your foundation, to create a sense of stability. Even if you are not in a home environment that you want to be in, it's time to move into this new direction. And that's where that beautiful Six of Pentacles is coming in. Hard effort, the imagination, going beyond what you've ever done before. This is going to propel you to feel more stable, more secure in every direction of your life. So they also, again, going back to the reiterating, it is important for you to meditate. As a Pentacle sign, meditation is one of the biggest, most important things, and you know this, that you can do. So they want you not to forget this. Whether you meditate, whether you pray, all you need to do is separate yourself from anything that's going on around you, create that alone time, and use that me time to feel good again. And that will help you re-energize as we go forward, especially in the first 2 weeks of November. You're going to want to do that. By doing this, you create this movement, this energetic flow that's going to be very exciting. So let me go a little bit further, because they want to talk to you about projects, especially those of you who are not working, looking for a humanitarian project to invest your time. Remember to occupy your mind. If you sit alone and you watch brainless TV, I know I do it sometimes. I watch old reruns. I don't watch very many new shows. I watch the old reruns because I don't have to think about it. It's just like background chatter. So if you are doing that, make sure you're picking something that is more suitable for you. And that could be listening to a course, learning a new language. But they want you to expand your knowledge, your intellect, your wisdom. So whether that's on a spiritual level, learning more about spirituality, or learning more about coding or technologies, or just something to expand where you are into a broader moment. Yeah, you got the Ace of Wands, which is beautiful time for you to have this Ace of Wands, taking action, taking a course, creating that flow, moving with this super moon that's coming in, that is going to be very powerful, and it will last for the full month. It's not like one night and magic and that's it. This beautiful astrological placement that's coming in, the moon energy that is going to create an energetic shift. Some of you are going to shift into a higher timeline. You're going to feel better. Your things are going to go better for you. And again, that leads right back in the very beginning of this reading. Are you ready? What are you thinking? Are you ready to make this change? With this Ace of Wands comes a lot of courage, because that's fire energy. So when it comes to your foundation, be courageous, all right? And don't even think about, well, what if this? What if that? They're saying just let it go and be courageous and be bold. Get the fire in you. We all have fire in us somewhere. We have every zodiac in our chart. It's just learning where it's at in our chart and where we need to move forward, or how to do that. And that's what they're saying for you. This is going to help your overall foundation in every aspect of the meaning. So let's take a quick look at your family and friends situation, because there's something going on around you where I keep seeing like this, the truth is going to be revealed. All right. And I hate to use that line because we've heard it so much, especially over the past several, 4 years or so. But that's actually what I'm hearing, is there is a sense of truth, a glimpse of something. And they're showing me somebody as like sitting there. You may be doing work, you might be reading or watching something, and then boom, all of a sudden a light comes on, and they're showing me a light bulb above your head. A light comes on, and that light reveals something that you didn't see or you long ago forgot. And this has something to do with the family dynamic. Yeah, you have the Seven of Pentacles. See how that fits into what I'm saying. The Seven, and I'm a psychic medium, so I don't need the cards. I use them for you. But these cards reiterate what I'm sharing with you. Seven of Pentacles is analyzing something, and that's where I see this light, this big highlighted energy comes in around you. Now, some of you may be, I see some of you are mourning the loss of somebody that is no longer with you. You may feel their presence around you. And if you want to talk more about that, we can do that in the private membership, but not necessarily here. So it doesn't offend anybody. But I do see that there's beautiful light, a glow. It has a warm, soft yellow. It's like a yellow moving into a lime green energy, and then it's surrounded by white. So if you're seeing orbs that are that color, if you're seeing things, or maybe you're seeing auras around people, or just seeing a glimpse of a little pink, a little light, like it looks like a little bee gone, and it moves around. It's not like it follows your eyes. You know, this is something that is actually moving around when you're not looking, when you're not moving. That is what you were experiencing right there. It has to do with the loved one that you were missing. So I had to bring that in, Virgo. Now, that's not going to apply to all of you, obviously. But when it comes to this family situation, analyzing everything, this truth is going to like set you free on a deep core level. I have a feeling for a lot of you, this is something you may have been working on, trying to overcome and heal, getting away from somebody, not understanding. There's like the question mark of what is this? And then you've probably just been moving forward for the last week, month, years, even decades, and not even thinking twice about it. But there's a person behind this image that I'm seeing where this comes through. That person holds the key for some of you who are feeling stuck, and you're going to feel it right in your solar plexus. Your solar plexus is this area right where the rib cage curves up. And this is where you're going to feel it. That person is going to reveal something to you that is going to be very important. It not only has to do with your relationships in family and friends, it has to do with romance, it has to do with your relationship with money, your relationship with work, your relationship with retirement, your relationship with self. So there is a feeling of disconnection because of something that somebody did, and I can't bypass this. You've got the Ten of Swords here, and this Ten of Swords is saying it's really important for you to, Ten of Cups, important for you to enjoy the bliss of what's coming through after this situation. It's like this feeling of freedom where finally, I have the answer. Finally, I see it. I can see it. I can feel it. I know it. A lot of us get our clarity by not even being involved with anyone from the past. We don't have to talk to them. We don't have to interact with them. Whether that's business or family, whatever this group of people. I'm seeing one highlighted person who was the dominating factor that created the illusion that may have really kept you held back from having a very fulfilling, harmonic relationship with family and friends. So this is getting ready to change because, again, this affects you in the month of November as you go forward. And even though things may be looking like they're going in one direction, you're going to be going in a different direction. If you're walking away from family and friends, you're going to feel more enthused, more excited about looking for your soul community, your soul family. And there is a lot of that coming in. But make sure that when this enlightenment comes through, when this truth is revealed, and I feel it's going to be very close to the supermoon itself, the end of October, so that's the 17th through the end of October in that time frame. Take a look at this situation and you're going to understand why there was a separation, why there was arguing, why there was a disconnect, why there was a coming back, whatever is going on in your situation. But there is one culprit that created a lot of illusions in the background, and that is what you needed to find out. So this is going to kind of, be very, very exciting for you. It may take you a step back, but by the end of November, you are raring and ready to go. Now, as we look forward, some of you, this may be your romantic partner. It may not even be an actual brother, sister, or best friend. It might not be that neighbor. It may be your partner who has been doing this in the background. And yet you feel this intensity that it has nothing directly to do with them, but it actually does. So you have a moment right now where traditions and values are getting ready to change for a lot of you when it comes to your partner. There's a beautiful sense of you and your partner being able to rectify situations, especially if they have something to do with that truth, Virgo. Your partner, I feel, has been, I see two people being very distant from each other, almost like two different lives going on under the same roof. Hey, how was your day? Great. Okay, bye. I gotta go. I feel such a disconnect where in the month of November, most likely because of this enlightening moment, this truth coming through, you and your partner have an opportunity to reconnect. Because what they're showing me, yes, obviously, I do see some people going, get out. Okay, I'm done with you. But the majority of this reading that's in the fainted background, and the majority of this reading in this section is showing me two people being able to come together, where you start making little steps towards it, creating a new tradition. Okay, we're going to have a date night. We've all heard that. But this goes beyond that. This is actually saying, let's cook dinner. What do you want to make? And you guys cook dinner together. You go for a walk together. You do things different, and it doesn't cost any money. It's more that me time of you two being so far apart where you're actually walking hand in hand. Now, I don't feel it's going to be one hand in the other right away, but as you continue to create the habit, the tradition, the pattern, you're starting a new pattern with your partner is the basic line here, Virgo. And through this, it brings the two of you little by little together. And by the end of November, you guys are going to be really on a whole different direction from where you're going. So if you were thinking about leaving and indecisive at that moment, it is important to really, again, take a step back. All right, remember the outcome. When do things get better? It's when you're ready for them to get better. It's the choices that you're making. It's the furthering of the knowledge and inner wisdom that you have that is going to help you make that choice. Yeah, you have the Two of Cups. All right, no. I see in this with the current relationship where the Two of Cups, that's the two of you coming together, you really mix well, but this is reevaluating and bringing it back. So that's a yes card confirming that. When it comes to those of you who are single, there is this element of feeling a lot of burden. Okay, the Ten of Wands, it's like, I just can't do this. I don't want to do this anymore. It's not fun. And it isn't fun. Dating right now is, let's just say dating over the last, I'm going to say decade, but definitely over the last 3 to 4 years has been quite trying. Very different because we're seeing the truth as we become awakened to our own self, who we are, what we want. It is difficult to sit with somebody if they are not in the same vibration as you, because we recognize that. We can feel the vibration, we can see the vibration. And if you're really good in micro vibes, that's a book I wrote on Amazon where it's actually the two of you connecting. You can see those vibrations, you can see through your intuition whether or not this is a good person. But through this challenging time, you're going to find somebody very soon that is going to be more compatible. Because again, going back to the original question, when are things going to get better? When are they going to start thriving? That is up to you. Because when you put yourself back out there, there is somebody I see walking up to you. Now, the scenery that I'm seeing is red brick buildings, a lot of red brick buildings. It looks like it could be a local community in North America, in the United States. Most of the downtown centers have red brick buildings. Those are like the original buildings that were there. And they're spread throughout all of the communities. That's what I'm seeing. It's like it could be a county building, a city building, going to a recreational center. It is definitely red brick. So if you've been planning on going somewhere, maybe there's a exercise program. I am hearing the word Pilates. For some of you, I don't usually hear that word either, Pilates. It's in that building that you're going to meet this person. Now, it may be you meet somebody in the building and they introduce you to that person. So going and doing something, taking action, again, bringing that red in, it's taking action towards what it is you truly want. This is where you're going to let go of that burden and just go for it and trust your own ability, because this person is going to be quite interesting. This individual is... well, they're showing us the Prince of Pentacles, and this is a wonderful energy with the Prince of Pentacles. You know, there's somebody who likes to get to know you, and that's what I see the two of you doing. You're going to get to know this individual. You're going to go to events with them. You're going to go to gatherings with them, small gatherings, and I even see large gatherings. So the more you get involved with this person, the more you see how you two mesh. And that's what they're doing with you. You both are checking each other out. You're checking out your auras. You're checking out your vibrations, your belief systems, your traditions, your values, and your morals. So there's a beautiful energy there. I apologize for the dogs barking. I'm still in Spain. I'm going to be here for a little longer. And they bark a lot, especially this time of the day, but they bark at each other. It's like, hey, how you doing? Bark, bark, bark. And it's like, stop it. But they're everywhere. They're all in the hills, in their little yards, and they're all built in the hills, much like Italy in the area that I'm in. Anyway, getting back to this, you are going to meet somebody who is going to captivate you, but you will take your time and really get to know them. And that helps you trust so that you don't feel overburdened in the relationship. Now, I have Archangel Michael with me, as I always call in my guides, my guardians, and Allie, my guide, is here also. So the message that they have for you, Virgo: trying times are coming through for many of our Virgos, yet you are so in tune with the earth. You're so harmonic with the natural balance of earth and the flow. Many of you understand how to move right past that, yet there's that feeling of, I don't know what to do. Remember who you are, Virgo. Remember why you picked being a Virgo. You are a creator of prosperity. You are Mother Nature in its essence. You are the Empress of the land. That means you know how to use all of the energies around you, all of the captivating colors, the senses, the smells, the fragrances, not just from people, from the trees, from the flowers. Use these to create the higher vibration to help you go from one area to another. It is your inner connection directly with the divine that helps you ignore everything that's going on the outside of your world and focus on that key element of what you're hearing, what you're seeing, what you're believing. Most of all, your inner connection with your own desires and wants. We are always here if you need us as you move forward. Thank you. So I hope that helps you guys, Virgo. Have a wonderful month. Much love.